Hi. I was reading the paper this past Thursday in the Aspen Times, and there was an article about how Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld was disputing reports that the U.S. military is stretched thin and is close to a snapping point. I have a tendency to look at governmental rhetoric with a jaundiced eye, and so this my mind popped into my mind that there was a possibility that there might be a draft coming down. The draft will be reinstated. The draft does affect everyone by virtue of its requirement for registration of virtually every male over the age of 18. Either you or someone you know is required to be registered with the Selective Service System if over 18, or perhaps you know of someone who has been drafted. If indeed the draft is reinstated, it is likely to be challenged in court on constitutional grounds because of women being exempt. So it might be possible that women will be subject to the registration requirement and be subject to the draft also. Since 1980, it's been a requirement that men over the age of 18 register with the Selective Service System. It's the law. The Selective Service System is the government agency that oversees the application and operation of the draft system. Registration requirements are most males 18 to 25 years old. People who are exempt from that are women, of course. Non-immigrant aliens on student, tourist, or diplomatic visas. Men on active duty, cadets and midshipmen in the service academies and other U.S. military colleges. People with medical or mental issues must still contact the Selective Service System to get an exemption from registration. The penalties for failure to register are pretty steep. $25,000 and or 5 years in prison. Even if not convicted, you stand a chance of loss of student loan funds, grants, job training, and or job opportunities. Is the draft reinstatement likely in the foreseeable near future? It depends on the source. Both Bush and Kerry are against it. Hey, they agree on something. The military is against it because they believe that someone who wants to be there is more apt to not only be more highly skilled and qualified, but is less likely to cut and run when the going gets tough. Many members of Congress are against it. It is considered at this day and age to be political suicide to be in favor of it. Many simply believe in an all-volunteer force, that no one should be forced to serve in the military unless they really want to. Hurricane Katrina showed that there is a weakness in response readiness for domestic disasters. It's one of the reasons why I think that there is a definite possibility that the draft will be reinstated. The military's recruitment goals are not being met. Enlistments are falling off, as are re-enlistments. The Marines are the only branch of the military service whose numbers are keeping pace with goals. I believe most government agencies' rhetoric tends to be self-serving and cannot be trusted to be accurate. So despite what Secretary of Defense Rumsfeld said, that our forces are up to the challenge, I tend to believe that the reports are going to have a germ of truth, and that it will be shown that we're having trouble with our military. My advice is to be prepared, stay informed, and if eligible, be registered. For more information, I've got a couple of websites here that you can go to online. First one is www.usgovinfo.about.com. Next one is www.usmilitary.about.com. www.sss.gov. www.militaryuniverse.com. and www.google.com. I entered most recent shortfall numbers in U.S. recruitment goals, and I got a wealth of information about that. So, as I said, be prepared, stay informed, and be registered if you're eligible. Thank you.